In this video, we're discussing angle pairs. This also shows up on the homework, which I'll show you at the end of this video, which is called, the question is, what type of angle pair is formed by blah, blah, blah. So, as 7th graders, there are 4 types of angle pairs that we need to be worried about. The first is called vertical angles. Then we have adjacent, complementary, and supplementary. These are all very simple. Usually if the student hears this once or twice, they can usually get it. So here we go. Vertical angles. What it has to do really is angles that are across the vertex from each other. So this is the vertex. So this angle here and this angle here are vertical angles, and they're also equal to each other. They're across the vertex. Coincidentally, this one and this one are also vertical angles, and they are equal to each other. Over here we have an example of adjacent angles. 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. All that really means is that they're next to each other. So over here, these are also adjacent angles here and here. They're just next to each other. They could be any measurement. They're not equal. They don't necessarily add up to anything. Technically speaking, they share a vertex and they share a side. So if you imagine angle 1 uses this vertex and this side, and so does angle 2. It uses this vertex and this side. Complementary and supplementary angles are special types of adjacent angles. So complementary angles are 2 angles that together add up to 90 degrees. So you can see this is a 90-degree angle altogether, composed of 2 different angles. This here is a 180-degree angle, which by the way looks like a straight line, and it is composed of 2 angles. So these 2 together, as long as you see that they're a straight line, you know this one plus this one is 180 degrees. Likewise, when you get this sign showing you this is a right angle, then you know this one plus that one is 90 degrees. Coincidentally, also, if we look up here, this is a straight line, so these 2 angles are supplementary. We could see that it's a straight line going through, so this one plus this one is going to equal 180 degrees. So now if we move to the homework problem, says, and let me zoom in here. Okay, it's a little hard to read, but you should be able to read it fine on your paper at home. It says, what type of angle pair is formed by J and K? Okay, first of all, J and K, you start at J, you go to N, and back out to K. So we're talking about this one. They've already labeled it as 37. So J and K and M and L. So that's M and L, which I put this arc there to make it easier to see what we're talking about. So they are across the vertex from each other. They are vertical angles. If this one's 37 degrees, that one's 37 degrees. So the answer is vertical angle is 37 degrees. Now, if we just pick one of the other angle types, if we were talking about this one and this one, you can see that together they would equal 180 degrees. So this one plus this one would have been supplementary. Likewise, any 2 that are next to each other here, this one and this one would have been supplementary. And also this and this are adjacent angles, right? So they can be qualified very different ways, but specifically in this one we're looking at this one and that one, and they are vertical angles because they're across the vertex from each other, and they are equal to each other. And it's pretty obvious if you look at them. This looks like it's equal to that. That looks like it's equal to that. They're all examples of vertical angles.